Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us here at the Campus Key Studios. And today we're just going to be going over the build-up for today's much-anticipated Currie Cup match with Western Province up against Sharks. I'm joined in commentary by none other than Mr. Mike Brevis here. Mike, what are your thoughts on today's big game?
Today's going to be a cracker of a game. We've got the Western Province up against the Sharks, as Mr. Swart said. These two teams have gone up against each other 9 times in Currie Cup Finals, with the Western Province taking 5 of those victories. I say it's 50-50. I'm going with the Western Province for a victory.
I mean, you say 50-50 and you say Western Province will take it, but I mean, they are playing at home.
Home ground
The
advantage.
Newlands faithful are a very big factor in today's game. You don't really realize it, but they almost act as like a 16th man on the field. So you've always got an extra man, and I think that's going to come in very handy for Western Province today as they take on this very physical, very, very committed Sharks side. Let's just run through the team sheets here.
Sure.
I'm going to run through Western Province, you'll do the Sharks. So Western Province starting from fullback, Dylan Lates at 15, Sergio Peterson at 14. They have Ruan Null at outside centre, Damien Willems at inside centre. Now that's a very interesting combination which we'll come back to in a minute. Espia Murray is at 11, Josh Stander at 10. Jano Vermaak is the scrum half for today's game, with Sikumbuzo Noche starting at 8th man. Ernst van Rijn is the number 7 for today, with Kobus van Dijk at number 6. JD Schikkeling is at 5, locking up with Chris van Zyl, the captain, at number 4. Wilco Low is on number 3, with Bongi Mbonambi starting today ahead of Skara and Tabeni. That's quite an important starter there, with Alistair Vermaak starting at number 1. And I'm going to quickly run through the bench. Skara Tabeni, Caleb Oosthuizen, Michael Kumbarai, Salman Murat, Yaku Kutsia, Herschel Yankees, Dan Kriel, and JJ Engelbrand.
Now, Adrian, I'd just like to come back to that combination with Ruan Null and Damien Willems. I think that's a very strong centre combination. We know Ruan Null, very experienced in the Sevens division. He's
Very
an upcoming
physical.
star.
You'd almost say he plays like a flank. Gets over the ball, steals it at the ruck time. It's very good.
That's crucial
And
to have in the back line.
the thing is with Damien Willems, so this is his first game at 12 for Western Province. I know he played there back in 2016 when he played for the junior box. He did play at number 12, but I think for Western Province that's going to be very important, because with their one-off runners from the ruck, they're going to want someone like Damien Willems, who's very physical, very assertive, to get that go-forward momentum and look for the offload in the tackle.
Yes. Now, can we quickly go over the Sharks team? At 15, we've got the up-and-coming Kerwin Bosch, Spoon Notsi, Jeremy Ward, Marius Lowe. At 11, we've got Apelele Fasi. 10, Robert Dupria, who previously played for the VFB last year.
I mean, half their team did.
Half the team. 9, we've got Louis Schroeder. 8, Dan Dupria. 7, Jean-Luc Dupria. I think that's going to be a very important combination in the forwards there. 6, Tyler Paul. 5, Aaron Andrews. 4, Gideon Kuchelenberg. 3, Thomas Dutoy. 2, Akke van der Merwe, who previously played for the Lions, and I rated him very highly. And 1, Juan Skuman. Over the bench, we've got Chili Boy Relepele. 17, Nzwamo Majola. 18, Kuni Oosthuizen. 19, Jacques Vermeulen. 10, Luke Stringer. 21, Cameron Wright. 22, Kobus van Wyk. And 23, Leon Zas, who also used to play for the VFB.
I just want to quickly run through some of those combinations. I mean, at the back with Kerwin Bosch, he's quite lethal. He can be very lethal, but he's been found wanting on defense countless times,
Definitely.
and time again.
I don't think he has the size to compete with the bigger guys who are going to be running at him, and it will really test his defense.
I mean, the likes of Dylan Lates running at him, Damien Willems, even Sergio Peterson and Espia Murray.
It's going to be a real
very
test.
Physical. It's going to be testing for Kerwin Bosch, but I'm sure he'll front up today. Sabu Nkosi back from injury. That's he's going to be wanting to get his name on the Springboks tour sheet that's going to be announced tonight by the coach Rassi. And then Jeremy Ward, out and out player. He used to captain the junior box back in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. And he's playing there at outside centre with Marius Lowe. What are your thoughts on Louis Schroeder, the number 9?
You know, he's newly captained. I think it's going to be important because we've got Faf de Klerk in the Springbok side, and we do need another number 9,
do,
I
actually,
think,
yeah. No,
because
we do.
Faf de Klerk played every minute in that tournament with New Zealand, Australia, and Argentina, and I think we need another scrum half in case something goes wrong.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just getting word from the field there that Western Province are raring to go. There's talks
can
that
imagine.
Newlands is going to be very full today. We're hearing about 40,000 people. Capacity is 42,000, but I don't think we'll quite get there. I'm thinking maybe 38,000. It's interesting to note that Western Province have won 34 titles in the Currie Cup. I mean, that is immense.
That is immense. They're almost in the final almost every tournament.
Every tournament. I mean, the Sharks have only won 7.
That is quite a difference.
I mean, of which 5 of those 7 have been Western. 9 of those, what am I even saying? The Sharks have played in 9 finals. They've only won 7, and 5 of those have been against Western Province. Now, no, 9 of them have been against. What am I even saying? All right. So, let's talk about the pitch at Newlands. The weather today, 33 degrees. Nice, hot weather, running rugby on display.
That's what we like.
The Newlands pitch, you see, it's very similar to this. They've got a sort of hybrid turf. It's AstroTurf mixed with grass, which creates a very, very hot, nice surface ball bounce.
Exactly. Very unpredictable.
I like it. So it's not going to be much of a kicking game today, although the teams might want to test each other out there at the beginning. You feel each other out.
Feel each other out, force
Few
some
kicks.
errors.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it always is. Let's talk about Chris van Zyl, the captain of Western Province. He is a stalwart. Absolute stalwart. You know, he hasn't been captain of the side for very long. I think this is his 2nd year.
I mean, most of these players aren't fairly new to this level of rugby. And it's good to see because the Currie Cup, I think, gives players like these a chance to show their mettle for the Springboks. And that's what we need. We need that development into Springbok level and into international level so we can show our mettle against teams like New Zealand and Australia. And in the championship that just happened, we saw how we beat New Zealand.
In New Zealand?
In New Zealand.
Wellington.
That shows that South African rugby is improving.
Now, I just wanted to talk about the referee for today's game. Jaco Paper was the referee in last year's final as well,
Yes.
which Western Province won. It was against the Sharks, however, that was in Durban.
Now, it's a different story. We're in Cape Town, so I think it's leaning more towards the Western Province side again.
The thing is, what Western Province need to be very mindful of is the Sharks come out firing in the second half. This year, they have been relentless in the second half. You saw how they held out against the Lions last week, who powered back into the game from being down at half time, and the Sharks held them off.
They did.
So Western Province really need to assert themselves in the first half, build some game line momentum, build on
Yes.
that dominance, put the
Especially, yes.
forwards in front.
And the Sharks have got an incredible forward pack. We've got the likes of the Dupree brothers, who
Yeah.
are Springboks themselves.
You talk about the Dupree brothers, Daniel Dupree and Jean-Luc Dupree. Both of them, when they get the ball, I can't even tell which is which. They might be because they're twins, but they are both. They play the same.
Exactly.
They play the same
Physical,
game of rugby.
running rugby.
Physical. Okay.
Incredible.
Now let's quickly talk about the hookers for Western Province. Bongi Mbunambi starting ahead of Skaran Tubeni. What do you think?
Incredible talent. He is one of the most physical players I've ever seen.
Bongi.
Yes, he is. Him and Malcolm Marx are an incredible combination for the Springboks, and I think that those two go hand in hand.
They do.
Definitely. He plays with so much heart. It's incredible to watch.
The accuracy at the lineout's going to be very important today, you know, in these must-win encounters.
Yes, these set pieces are going to be
You
crucial.
don't want to be giving any ball away. Okay, now, just a few more things I wanted to mention is the history of the competition.
Yes.
So, the competition, if I'm not mistaken, dates back very long.
Over 100 years.
So, do you feel that the competition has lost anything in the past few years?
I feel that it's lost a few viewers compared to. It's not as big as. Let's be real. It's not as big as Super Rugby. It will never be.
Unfortunately.
You know, but
Okay.
it's still good for the country as a whole.
And then your thoughts on the Newlands faithful?
I've actually been to a rugby match at Newlands,
Indeed.
and
As
the
have I.
atmosphere was crazy,
Unreal.
unreal.
You know, as I mentioned, 16th man. on the field.
that you can really feel that effect. I believe I watched the Western Province's Bulls about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a cracker of the game.
And obviously Province won.
No, I believe the Bulls took it. No, the province did take that.
They took it. They actually took it. So another person I want to talk about for Western Province was Sikumbuzo Noche. I had the privilege of watching him while he was still at school, playing for Wynberg Boys High School, just up the road from Newlands in Cape Town. Also, such a gentleman.
Did you know he was going to be a star? Were you watching him back then?
I mean, when I saw him back then, I couldn't have told you he would have been as good as he is today. He really put in the work after school, and I think it's evident in the way he plays today.
I haven't had the privilege of seeing these youngsters turn into stars. I only see them at the professional level. So it is something special to watch someone from that level turn into a professional.
Well, Mark, thanks for joining me today in the build-up for today's encounter. Thank you, viewers, for joining us today. And we trust you'll stay with our coverage live on Supersport 1. Kick off at 4 o'clock. And listen, stay frosty, people.